That's much of the gap that they were saying.
All right, we got James's 22 WRX in the garage. We're going to be putting on the STI wing that he got from Aeroflow. Right now we've just got it test fitted. What we're gonna do is put some masking tape down, and then we're gonna try and put something to leave markings where the holes are, so that way we know where to drill. This guy's WRX is one of the cleanest here in Savannah. He's already got the access port running cobs. What is it, James? Is stage 1? James, is it stage 1?
Yeah, stage 1.
Stage 1 on his 22 WRX. This is something we haven't done before, so we're gonna take our time, make sure that we install everything nicely for him. But his car is gonna look pretty sweet with this wing on it. Looking forward to doing this. Alright, got the trunk masking taped off. Now we're going to open this trunk, and we're going to remove all these fasteners and pull off this little trim carpet that all of our cars have, so that when we drill, we're drilling straight in and we can see what points we're drilling at, so we can try and avoid any critical areas. Alright, we've got the trunk removed, because that's what we saw from Aeroflow in their install video. They removed the trunk. Here's the trunk lid. We've got it on a workout bench here. Not only are we doing that, but on the bottom where the screws or the bolts would hold it in place, we've got them like partially in, and then we're going to lay it on the masking tape, and this creates a gap. We're going to go trace it with like a marker, so that way we know, all right, that's where we're going to drill. And we're just sending it. This is something new that's not been done before on a 22 WRX, so we're sending it. This is it. You guys are seeing how it's done.
Not even over there, Bird.
I feel like it's more like that. That was about right. This thing cannot move a damn inch.
How much room do you guys have over there on that for the back?
So like this is, I would say about like maybe an inch and a half, almost 2. If we're talking about like the corner, like this corner from here to the edge of the trunk over here, I'd say maybe about 2 inches.
Yeah, plenty of here.
From that point onto the edge of the thing, do y'all have 2 inches over there?
Oh my goodness. This is proving to be kind of a difficult task. What we did was we put the bolts in the spoiler, we put some paint on them, and then we put it down.
Are you gonna be okay going home?
Kind of made our own templates. We used like a center punch to make some little indentions. Now
Can I get my Ugly Kiss?
we've got a drill.
Daisy, I want my
We're gonna send it. James said send it.
Get super on standby.
Mark said send it. We're gonna send it, see what happens.
We're gonna send it, see what happens.
Okay.
Don't do any more.
Hurry, Adam. Well, actually, now we have no choice but to continue.
Yeah, we'll get it done tonight. Just I'll be there in about
10?
Cookie break?
10 minutes. I got 5 or 6 kids with me, so Emily stayed home with one.
Oh, okay.
And I brought the rest, so.
Okay. I was gonna say make it like 5 or 8, but you've got kids with you. Okay. Well, we'll see you in a little bit. You can critique our work. Looking at this shit. Can you see where that indentation is? Or like maybe right there?
It's probably right there.
This one right here?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, now I just smeared it.
You brought the child out. Yeah, no, just kidding. She came to check.
Good job.
Oh.
That's it.
Fucking shit up over here.
Hard part with clear
All right.
runs like that is you actually have to
This
keep
has proven to
run
be
off the edge.
a very difficult install for just some YouTube mechanics that we are. We wanted to record as much of it as we could because there's not a lot of footage out there of people installing. But it's just taken all hands on deck. But I do have every tool that we used. We've got the ideas and the thought process, how we did it. What we ended up using was, where's it at, Aiden? Oh, here we go. This is a step-up drill bit that we used down all the way down to 5/8 to fit
Make sure I get
the
nice,
bolts that Aeroflow sends you. Also what we did was we masked off the area where we were gonna drill. Kind of silly, there's probably a much more professional way to do it, but we used some of our kids' paint on the head of the bolts. Then we put them through, like we kind of halfway installed them to the bottom of the spoiler, and then we pressed down on the tape and it left the paint splotch. Then we used a Phillips, because I don't have, what is it, a center point?
Punch.
Or a center punch. A Phillips, a hammer, made a little indentation. Then we drilled the holes. Oh, you're good. We drilled the holes on one side, and then on the other side we had to make them bigger because you've got to get the socket in there to install the bolt to the spoiler. And that's kind of where we're at now. We also, oh no, but it's okay.
I taped it.
Actually, it's just the washer.
It's just the washer.
I actually might have more extra washers. But on the other side of the spoiler, we put some 3M tape because Aeroflow doesn't supply like a gasket. So we did that. Now we're just starting to screw it down little by little. Afterwards, we'll do another review. That's kind of where we're at. So when you last saw us, maybe the trunk was still on, but we removed the wire harness, moved the trunk.
There's plenty of it. That's where I was grabbing it from.
Later, or whatever the little.
8 hours later, and many drinks later, the spoiler is on the 2022 WRX. It was definitely a tedious process. There's a whole lot of little tiny work that we did that we didn't get to record. But this is the final outcome. This is what it looks like. He's gonna be back tomorrow so we can do his Litlogo. So we'll show everyone what it looks like in the daytime. But many thanks to our friend Adam at Cater Motorsports, and then Brandon, Chatham Parkway Subaru.
Shout out!
Me, last EJ.
Buy a car for me.
Welcome back. It is the next day. James is back. We're gonna do his Litlogo now. Look at the spoiler. Thing looks fucking good. It's kind of a pain. It is something new, a little difficult that we've never done before, but I think it came out looking pretty solid.
Sorry, man. Bad throw.
We didn't even have to pull off his front bumper. Alright. Doing the Litlogo install on the 22 WRX. You guys have seen me pull the front bumper off before. But James was messing around with this wire and he was able to drop it and feed it through your driver's headlight and radiator, and then he was able to fish it out from here. We used like a trim remover, probably like a Phillips or a flathead, like a skinny, really long one. You can feed it down through there, so you can see the light. That's where we're feeding the wire from, and we're gonna put it right here, and then there's enough wire to safely route it away from the radiator. It's not going to be interfering with anything, and then we're just going to 3M up to the little battery holder here. The install is very similar. Add a fuse, crimping some wire, putting it to the fuse box. It's going to be a little redundant to show you every single step, but it actually be shorter because we didn't have to pull off the bumper, which that's pretty cool. Could maybe there we go, another Subaru repping Litlogos. Where we left off, we were routing the wire through here. I zip tied it here to this headlight wire just to pull it nice and tight so it doesn't sit on top of the radiator. After that, 3M strip on the back of the power box to the battery, and then I kept the like the power cable here. I zip tied it together because it's just a little extra. Zip tied it, and it's just gonna hang out right here, and then grab my flashlight. The cord runs up here along the side, and we cut all the excess power and ground wire that we didn't need. We've got it going to the back of everyone's fuse box. On every Subaru there's a ground right behind it. Just crimp that wire on there, and then did the power to the antifuse, and then let me show you what we did. You guys have seen it before. We didn't do anything crazy, but something like a small little detail is I took a box cutter and I just cut that little tiny V there in the plastic, so that way the wire isn't getting like smushed and crushed, so it just sits in there a little nicer. Like I said, it's to prevent it from getting crushed, and that's it. Another happy customer. C-Bun, I think, makes a carbon fiber grill like mine to where it's all flat, and James is waiting till they come out with that in like a plastic version, not carbon fiber. So we'll change that out for him later on when or if he does get it, but for right now, that's it. I completed our long night, almost 2 nights of installs. We did Daisy and Neil's Grimspeed banners. We did his spoiler. This took the longest. And then the logo.
No.
Me and D. But sick, man. Looks good, bro. Subi's looking great. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed trying to record and capture just some cool Subaru stuff for y'all. But that's a wrap. Peace.